Okay, hey, this is Francisca and this is my mid-crisis life. So, I just made a video talking about how exceptionally tired I am at the moment, how really, really exhausted I am at the moment. And I spoke about its impact on my parenting, its impact on my tolerance for the world. And I spoke about, how hard it must be for people who are like generationally exhausted to have any tolerance to be the best that they can be, But as I was talking, I was thinking about this situation that I'm in, this job that I'm in, and how exhausted I am. And I was thinking about what I was talking about the other day about God's will and how I don't know what that is and how I have no idea what it is that I'm supposed to be doing right now. And that I haven't even really thought about what his will is. I've just thought a lot about what my will is and what I want to happen. And I was also thinking about that video that I made where I was talking about running and it being a really good metaphor, analogy for my life and how I do things, particularly thinking about that idea of like always looking at the end goal and feeling overwhelmed by it and feeling like it's too hard and it's too difficult to get there. And then that impacting my commitment, my resilience, my ability to move forward and progress. So I was thinking about all of those things, and then I was thinking about this job that I have. So I've said it before and I'll say it again. It's overwhelming. It's crazy. There are people like dropping like flies, basically. But because I am a perfectionist, because I suffer from a lot of emotional abuse, and I'm like traumatized emotionally, I find it difficult to give up. I find it difficult to say that I'm not coping. I find it difficult to fail, essentially. And I cannot be a failure. But either which way, like I have made some inquiries about other possibilities that there might be out there, and nothing has come back to me. And I always say, that when things are not working out the way that you want them to, it's because something better is coming along. But I also think that if you're in a situation that you feel is difficult, that there is something about that situation. There is like a gem in that situation to be extracted, right? If we can only but stop complaining about how fucking hard it is or how tired you are or how overwhelmed you are. And I'm always looking for that, right? I'm always looking for like, okay, what is the purpose of this situation? This is not what I want. This is not how I want things to be. I wish that things could be like this. I wish that this could happen. I wish that things could be different. Why is it not changing? And I'm always trying to like deconstruct and understand the purpose. And, it may be the case that actually there is no purpose and it's just fucking happening. And me searching for purpose and meaning is the only way that I can give this awful situation any purpose and meaning. And that's fine. That's actually fine. If it's all just like a hoax and a ruse and I've somehow, I've somehow like, I can't think of the word. I'm so tired. I can't think of any words. My brain is just like, I've somehow fooled myself into thinking that something has meaning when it doesn't actually fucking mean anything at all. Then I'm good with that. I'm good to live in that fantasy. I'm good to live in that delirium. That's fine. It gives me hope, I guess, right? Thinking about this situation specifically, and all of that stuff around God's will and all of that stuff around not feeling like I can move forward and progress if the end goal seems unobtainable. I think one of the things that this job is really, really, really helping me with, despite the overwhelm, one of the things that is really helping me with is that I find it hard to stick to things, and I find it hard to be regimented, and I find it hard to have self-discipline when it comes to stuff. So a lot of the time, the things that I want to do, they start off really well. They start off with a lot of promise, and everyone's like, oh my God, that's amazing. And so many people are invested. But then I just get to a point where I'm like, can't be bothered, just want to sit and watch Netflix. Or actually, more to the point, I'm like, I'll do it later. I procrastinate all the time. And, I didn't know that procrastination was actually like a psychological state of mind, like a state of mind. I didn't know it was a psychological thing, basically. I just thought that it meant that, you put things off. But of course, why do we put things off? I put things off and I procrastinate a lot of the time because I'm scared of failing, but I'm also scared of succeeding, and I'm also scared of change, and I'm also scared of trying, and I just have a lot of fear. So I procrastinate. One of the things that this job is doing is it is causing me to not have the time and the availability to be able to procrastinate. Like, there are literally, I have 2 hours out of my day where I'm able to actually do anything other than this job, and parenting. And even that is bro, it's quality time. It's not quantity right now. Let's try and make our time as quality as possible. And I guess that's what's happening with me as well. It's how can I get the most quality out of this time? So whereas previously I might have thought to myself, I'm going to make some videos today, and then just put it off for the entire day and sat around not really doing much. Now, because I don't have that as an option, and I know actually I want to do this, I don't want to be working like this forever. There has to be some way out. It's basically causing more productivity. It's causing me to make a very clear decision about what it is that I want, and what do I want to do, and what do I want my life to look like, and how to use my time in a way that is more productive. And I think with that, what's also happening is that previously I might have thought, I've got these thoughts kind of banding around in my head, and I really want to make a video about it. I feel like it would be helpful, or, for me, for other people, whatever, right? And before I would have done it, but then I would have come to the point of okay, I'm going to do this now. And then thought, oh, no, I'm not ready. I'm not quite sure what it is I want to say. I don't want to show myself up. I'm in a lot of fear. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. So I'd say, okay, it's fine, friend. Don't worry, man. Everything's all good. But this is kind of forcing me to be no, it's now or never. You have to get over that. You have to get over that, and you have to stop using that as an excuse. And even though it feels like I'm running at 1,000,000 miles an hour, and even though it feels like I'm chasing my tail with a lot of stuff, and even though I do feel completely overwhelmed, and I was going to say I feel like I'm drowning, but actually I don't feel like I'm drowning. I feel like I'm treading water consistently, which after a time means that I will drown for sure. But even though I feel like that, I also feel a lot more empowered, and I feel a lot more stable, and I feel a lot more streamlined with what I'm doing. And I feel a lot more I don't know, what is it that I feel? In control. I feel a lot more in control, actually. I think that's the biggest thing. And it's funny how feeling out of control has caused me to react and create some more. So control's not the word. Create some more stability. Stability's not the word either. It's there's a foundation and a more stable infrastructure around me. Whereas before there was no infrastructure around me because I had to create it. So then me in the middle felt completely out of control. didn't really know what to do or how to do it or where to go or what to focus on, and it just, that felt very overwhelming, feeling like lost. But now, because an infrastructure has been created around me by the routine of being in this job, and by the limited time and the limited space that I have to do and focus on anything else, it's like housed me, and now I feel more stable and I feel more able, and I can rhyme if you give me time. I can't believe I just did this. I will not edit that. Anyway, madness has set in. So yeah, I'm really grateful for that. I'm really grateful for that. Okay. Yeah, let's see something that I am actually grateful for, other than being a poet and not knowing it. Other than that, and cringing myself out, what am I grateful for? I'm grateful that I believe that things are beyond my power, that things beyond my power have chosen for me to go through this experience in order for me to learn something, and chosen to keep me in this experience when I was trying to run from it, to have something that was easier, more flexible, like more suited to the way that I like to be, that ultimately is not causing for me to get any traction and move forward. So, as tired as I am, and as overwhelming as certain things feel, I'm really grateful to be here and for it to be having this like parallel impact, positive impact on other areas of my life. And also that it's helping me to forget constantly looking at that end goal. I don't have time. I don't have time. All I have time to do is focus on what I'm doing right now and get that done. So, yeah, good stuff. Oh, let's hope I don't get tired doggy paddling. Well, let's see what happens when I do get tired doggy paddling. Anyway, that's all.